All right, it says we're live on here, and we're live. Please mute your mics. How's everybody doing on this seventh day? Seventh day? Yes, today is Sunday, August 7th, 2022. Today is Sunday, August 7th, 2022. Well, guess what we're talking about today? My coffee's right here. Coffee's here. It's hot, food. It's hot. All right. Today we're talking about living in a post-communication society due to energy transfers. Living in a post-communication society due to energy transfers. Okay? So the show intentions is to help compatible viewers. Man, he's trying to help everybody. Today's lecture is to help compatible viewers. Man, he's just trying to help men, or he's just trying to help women. He's just trying to help black people. My lecture intentions is to help compatible viewers with recognizing the individuals or people in their realities who are under the Tower of Babel spell of miscommunication and division. If you don't hear nothing else, please understand that I believe in energy and vibration more than I believe in people. All white people are holding us down. I'm going to tell y'all this one more time. You should trust everybody black. I'm going to tell you this one more time. The intentions of this lecture is to talk about the energy transfers of miscommunication and division. Yes, it hits white people, it hits black people, it hits Asian people, it hits Hispanic people, it hits everybody. Okay? If you think that I'm on some lower frequency stuff like I hate everybody or forget everybody, you must be out of your mind. And I promise you, all you got to do is unsubscribe. Once we, launch this, because this is like soft launches to where it's like, that's what y'all was really talking about. It's like, yeah, that's what we was really talking about. So again, to help compatible viewers with recognizing the individuals or people in their realities who are under the Tower of Babel spell of miscommunication and division. Okay? So we're going to chill out on anything racism. Because it's cool to talk about that, in a standpoint. But remember we used to do that when you was younger, and it's kind of like, let's see stuff a little bit deeper. All right. So if I'm talking about we're living in a post-communication society due to energy transfers, and I'm talking about the Tower of Babel spell of miscommunication and division, divide and conquer. What is that? Divide and conquer is a demonic progression energy that is birthed out of the oldest energy or mother energy called ignorance. And my haters want to talk about, they want to talk early. What do you want to say, haters? Well, the haters say, well, I don't know about all that. Now remember, y'all have to really understand. Listen to my haters today. I don't know about all that, Jason. Or, I never looked into that before. Which can be used as a divisive tactic to divert a conversation flow. A conversation flows. The alphabet flows, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, right? That's a flow. That's a beginning and an ending. A conversation should be like an alphabet, A to Z. A, and you fighting by C. It didn't flow right. So Listen to what my hater just said. My hater just said two important things. The first thing my hater said, well, I don't know about that. So my hater is saying something that my hater does not understand. And they're putting their ignorance. Ignorance is very, very slick. So I'm going to say this again. I don't know about that. I am telling you that I am ignorant about something and I'm putting it on you. And people have been doing this to people for years. I don't know about you. I don't know about them. That's your problem. Or they say, I've never looked into that. Now remember that, because we're going to go deeper into that. Because again, that could be a divisive tactic to divert a conversation flow. And if you believe in karma and cause and effect, you want a conversation to flow. So, isn't it funny? Your haters don't want to hear that response when they pitch other people topics, concepts, or ideals, right? Okay. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into division. Because division can be considered easy. Unification can be considered hard, right? In America, are we purposely being divided because so much money is in human division? Now watch how silly this is. I'm going to put my hands up in the air every time I say division. And I just worked out today too, I'm sore. And I was killing on the court today. Shout out to all my teammates from Gary, Indiana. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to put my hands in the air every time I say division. Okay? The division of child services. The division of labor. The division of child support. The family division court. What is DLES? Well, it's the division of law enforcement services. Now, my arms are tired, okay? So this is just a few. Shout out to Mercurial Watts on that particular bill. Now, anything with division in the name has a higher, I didn't say it always is going to be, has a higher demonic transfer potential. Or no? I know you're going to say no. Well, no, because... All right, so since the beginning of time, dang, he's going back to the beginning of time. I'm going back to the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, knowledge and ignorance was here. No, I'm old school. Since the beginning of time, knowledge and ignorance was here. Now watch this. Before the sentence, let there be light, unity and division was here. Hold on. Jason, are you saying let there be light, meaning everything was darkness? If everything was darkness, that's a unification. Division is let there be light. Division and unity are a part of reality, right? Division coming out of the house of ignorance. Unity coming out of the house of knowledge. And like I've been pushing this for years. Ignorance and knowledge is the oldest war. But division and unity was here before knowledge and ignorance. But how could you know what division and unity was if you were ignorant and you didn't have knowledge of it? You see how that can go in that little circle? Ignorance is, now remember, ignorance lacking knowledge is an energy and vibration. It's an energy and vibration. Particles, waves. It's an energy or vibration that all humans have access to. Congratulations, you have access to ignorance. Just like knowledge is an energy and vibration that all humans have access to. You earn that, son. You earn that, son. So this lecture is for all the humans that choose to become the many forms of solutions. Yeah, I got this one solution. The many forms of solutions. Yeah, I'm trying to work out this. I'm trying to work this out. You know, this one way. The many, and I didn't say, well, to become the many forms of solutions that are connected to the higher and lower forms of division energies that are birthed out of the original houses of ignorance. So let's take a look at what keeps humans divided and at war with each other. So it's time to see who your real comrades are and who your real enemies are. Okay? What are the behaviors of humans under enemy energies and vibrations? Jason, how you gonna say that? You can't speak for everybody. What are the behaviors of humans under enemy energies and vibrations? The negative side of Western culture. He talking crazy about Western culture. Take the Tootsie Roll out of your ear. The negative side of Western culture. Oh, okay. He was talking about the negative side. I got the Tootsie Roll out of my ear. Cool. You got the Tootsie Roll out of your ear. So the negative side of Western culture can co-create Frankenstein humans that can become narcissistic robots that only care about themselves, but they also, watch this, narcissistic robots, watch this, that like to watch team sports and get really mad when one or two players, the coach, or a team staff are not playing their role for the greater good of the group. Yeah, I said it. Narcissistic robots go watch team sports and get mad when a player or a staff or a coach doesn't play their role for the greater group of a team. I'm an angry narcissistic robot. How dare you not play your role in the team concept? Who do you play a role with? Nobody. I don't even know how to do group activity. But let me tell you how you guys are wrong, because sports allows me to eat popcorn up here and watch y'all. I don't work out like y'all do, but I'm going to judge you because this is how you guys can win. Do you try that for yourself? No. But I'm talking to you athletes. And I'm sitting there with my coffee or tea or smoothie. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's a Frankenstein narcissistic robot right there. I didn't call him that, but you see where I'm going from? You see where I'm going? So, I'm going to say this again. The negative side of Western culture can co-create Frankenstein humans that become narcissistic robots that only care about themselves. I only care about myself. But they also like watching team sports, and they get really mad when a person, coach, or team staff are not playing their role for the greater good of the group or a team. This is even so deep because everybody's in the tarot now. So again, I've been known to have been going to hell. A lot of older Christians told me I was going to hell for studying that. But then the Bible says my people will perish for the lack of knowledge. So, because everybody keep asking me about this, and I like to research before I speak. But everybody, and a lot of people that I love is in tarot. And I said, man, that's another thing I got to research. I got other stuff I got to research. But okay, I'll look into it. So, I don't know. Give it or take 4 to like 6. I say 4 to 6 or 4 to 7 years. I gave it solid 4 to 7 solid years of analyzing and studying tarot. So I even studied online tarot, card fraud, the fraud part. Now I want y'all to check this out. Y'all gonna understand what I'm talking about. Because everyone keeps asking me my opinion on it, so I research before I speak. Now, I want y'all to go, any couple, Anybody that y'all see as a couple, or I want y'all to research anybody that's a couple. Well, this person is a Taurus. This person is a this person is a that, right? I don't care who. Use your friends, family members, the people you think is in love. I promise you. Listen to their tarot. But don't do it if you don't have a strong mind. That's one thing that people scary. I'm sorry, you feel with God, but don't look at that, because that can turn you. I'm like, you're filled with God, but don't stay away from that. Something that's smaller than God can beat you up. So I don't care what the couple is, what their zodiac signs are. Look at the zodiac tarot reading of those two signs, and the online tarot readers are purposely pushing out divisive content on them. So again, study a couple, meaning a boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, lovers, or two people dating, or one could be one zodiac sign and the other could be another zodiac sign. And if you watch or cross watch each other's readings, you can see the advice is keeping them apart. I promise you, I don't care. It's already documented. So you can literally, but no, it's not. It ain't that. It's already documented. You can just look at it. And again, do the readings of, they're literally like, you're right. They want to come back to you. You done everything right. It's their fault. And I'm like, dang, that's what's up. And again, the person that told me to first do this was like, oh, they're going to come back. And I'm like, let's read what they're saying to the person that you're dating. Stay still. Wait on them to come back. You were right in this. They were wrong. Oh, they are missing you. I'm telling you, don't do anything. Stay still. Let them come to you. You deserve better. And I was like, now, I know a lot of y'all was like, did he say he studied there for 3 to 7 years? Yes, because once I saw that pattern connection, I was like, people be on these tarot things. So I said, man, let me help these people. Let me tell some old Christians what I'm doing. Hey, old Christians, I'm gonna help save people in the tarot. Oh, you are going to hell. And I'm like, thanks, old Christians. All right, back to helping people. Because my people perish for a lack of Christian knowledge. Nope. My people perish for the lack of Islamic knowledge. Nope. My people perish for the lack of Buddhist knowledge. Nope. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. So, since parents tend to be the first rulers of humans, let's really just break this down. Since parents tend to be the first rulers of humans, did you know that many parents are receiving some of the worst advice on the planet from people inside and outside their cultures? And we all know when it comes to the worst advice concerning love, relationships, cohabitation, and or marriage, is that terrible advice can only come from older people. Dear Jason Go, talking crazy about older people. No, listen. This is not a venting session. Listen. Terrible advice can only come from older people. Since we tend to not speak about our love needs to younger people. And if you are an exception, then I know your life is messed up. Hey, younger person who's not on my level, can you help me out with my love life? Yeah, so if you're an exception, if you're just one of them argumentative people, like I'll be telling people, your life probably is messed up. So this is not for you. Many adult humans, chill out. Many adult humans nowadays are like children. Children without a parent to tell them to stop their foolishness and to behave. Science is being used and can be misused to justify about any atrocity. Keep fudging the numbers. Keep fudging the numbers until you get an answer that proves your hypothesis. Yeah. Yep. I got that published. It took me 40 years to get that published, but I got it published. Keep fudging the numbers. So here's my 2022 idiotic, comprehensive guide to scientific racism. Scientific racism is definitely an energy connected to the house of ignorance. This is just a fact. So let me go through 5 of them. Number 1, the possessed person takes measurements of various races of people. Number 2, the possessed person ranks each measurement by race. Number 3, the possessed person finds a measurement in which the races fall in order that matches their bias. Yeah, I think that about that race. And I think that about that race. My perception about that race. My perception. Oh my God, you got the dopest perception on the planet? No. But this is what I think. Number 4, the possessed person reverse engineers a reason why this measurement relates to intelligence, crime, creativity. We can keep going and going and going. And 5, the possessed person repeats until he, she, or they feel satisfied in their superiority. Since energy is never destroyed, only transferred, then you can say that just in case the possessed person description scares your current ideals of what spirit, energy, and vibration is. So hopefully nobody got scared. None of y'all got scared that I said a possessed person. Ooh, that was spooky. So I'll bring you back in saying spirit, energy, or vibration. One of those kind of, hopefully you could bring you in. When you tired at work, you don't have a lot of energy. When you're happy and being around a sad person, they're transferring energy. If your name, no, let me be nice. Okay. Y'all gonna get mad. We gonna go with zodiac signs, and I'm gonna keep it real with zodiac signs. Nuh-uh, there's one zodiac sign and he didn't tell it all. I'm not gonna tell it all. I'm gonna chip away. But I'm back to zodiac signs. Here is my 2022 how each zodiac sign behaves after being possessed with division energies. Okay? Now this person is possessed with I just got to divide. I got to divide and conquer. So again, this is how the zodiac signs. No, white people. Talk about white people. Talk about black people. If you look at it like a human race, you can hit them up with stuff that all humans go through, right? So this disclaimer, I got a disclaimer. God, I hope y'all don't get offended. The disclaimer is for all the mature people that love to learn, this does not go for everyone. So if you're going to be that person like, that ain't me, congratulations. Congratulations. If we were talking about, no, let me be nice. See, I'm catching myself. Hold on, let me tell y'all this real quick. In the game, we was playing good. We was playing as a team. And I'm just going to say it because, no, I ain't going to say it. But he's a killer. And he said something like, man, ever since I've been guarding you, man, you ain't been doing nothing. And look what I said in front of him. I said, I am calming my ego down in front of you because my ego is saying, just pull up on him like Steph Curry as soon as you get the ball. But we are playing like a team. And if it's open, I'm going to pull in his face. But if it's not, I'm going to pass the ball. Chill out, ego. I said that right in front of him. But it's a 40 and over league, so you know some mature stuff. Everybody nice because nobody's trying to make it to the league. I didn't like none of these dudes. I'm not gonna lie, I hated everybody there because you are my competition, which is really crazy as far as we see how everybody else was getting along and everybody telling their stories. But back to the zodiac signs. Back to the zodiac signs. And you know we're gonna start off with the Aries. Aries. Besides a Leo, these people make the best dictators. Even though Adolf Hitler was a Taurus. Aries are really focused on their worlds. So if possessed with an energy or any energies, they trying to use it to go on TV and radio. So that's all the Aries is trying to do when they're possessed. So I don't care about any demons or energies that jump into an Aries. They're going to use it to go on TV, radio, or something really good about them. Shout out to the Aries. Aquarius, super self-centered, runs the world, and everybody else is little tiny. Look at their world. This is an Aquarius' world. Super self-centered. They run the world, and everybody else is little tiny worlds. If they would get it, now watch this. Now I could run your little world if you would just submit to me as the supreme ruler of the world. But Aquarius, they hide it better than Aries. So let's give it up for Aquarius. They hide being the supreme ruler of the world better than Aries do. Capricorn. Look how I'm looking at the Capricorns. Capricorns are narcissists with hearts. And that's why it's so hard to be consistently successful with them. Because they mean well when you're around them. But that same heart that you like, man, this Capricorn is here. That Capricorn is here. That Capricorn is here. That Capricorn is here. Women are a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie. Women Capricorns are a lot better. I'm talking about really, I'm taking shots at male Capricorns. Because, I can say this. I feel comfortable saying this. Have you ever seen a Capricorn do a to-do list? And if not, try it. Just say, let me watch this Capricorn. And tell me what y'all like, what you come back with. Make it easy. Send out a post and be like, where all my Capricorn friends at? And whoever hits you back that, could fit under a study like that, just, ask them. Just literally be like, hey, how do you tackle your to-do list? Now, they could brag and be like, I be killing my to-do list. It's not about that. Check out their style. And when you check out their style, you'll literally understand what type of Aries you're dealing with. Pisces. Hey, Pisces. Many of them are in love. They're not being divisive. Pisces, many of them are in love with experiencing chaos. And they will take you with them. They will actually even pay for your tickets. So you are above and beyond divide. You are in chaos, baby. Right? And they love it. And once they get bored, they're going to leave. Can a Pisces get bored of chaos? That's a good question. Let me pray about that. Gemini. Their Tupac side tried to kill you, but their other side loves you, baby. Their other side loves you. Jason, that sounds crazy. And it should, because their Tupac side shouldn't try to kill you. So when I deal with a lot of Geminis, I say, you got to hit them with two questions. Do you understand your transitions? And I don't care. A real Gemini would be like, how you know that? And should I kill you for no? No. How did you know that? But yes, I do. And then you say, two. And I'm telling you, if you don't say that to a Gemini, you're going to have bad problems with a Gemini. And it's going to be your fault because you're going to be like, I can't believe you try to kill me like that. And all you got to do is ask them questions and they'll tell you how they'll try to kill you. So number two, how do you handle your transitions? And if you meet a Gemini that say, I don't know, be like this. That's literally Tupac saying, I don't know how to control my rage. You be like, thanks, Tupac, for telling me not to be around you mad. Cancers. He gonna be nice to Cancer because he's they are empathical, equal opportunists. What do you say? They are empathical, equal opportunists. Which means they empathically interact with humans. Which is crazy. Because they are talking according to the current energy of the experience. Or whatever they're experiencing. And they are matching dumbass energy. Probably, maybe, yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay, that's good. He was kind of hard on Cancers. Leos. Imagine having a fully grown lion in your apartment, condo, house, or life that is untamed by their childhood. Imagine this lion being spoiled, but fully grown, strong, living by you, and you saying no to it, correcting it, or being around it when it's going through rage. Jason, you painting a picture. No, I didn't. Now shoot steroids into that lion, that same lion. And that, my friends, is a Leo experience on a Monday. You aren't a divide, right? So the Leos feel better than, okay, let's do it like this. Leos divide and conquer by telling lies. They tell really good lies. And they only can tell really good lies to people that are like under their spells. I would say that. That's fair. Put whatever y'all want in the chat. But make it a good question. Yeah, okay. The Leos, and again, this is male and females. Leos will tell the lies about you to people that don't like you. Why would they tell lies? Even though they can change people that don't like you, but it usually works when they tell people stuff bad about you that don't like you. Now remember, we're talking about divide and conquer. My grandma was, we're talking about divide and conquer. Have the ability to be able to do that. Because we're going to have the ability to have you come back on here to do that. Okay, Virgos. Beyonce, Solange, and Jay-Z in the elevator. The most politically controlling and some vindictive sign. Now remember, let me tell you how scary this can be. It is as if you, again, are dealing with a Virgo that's doing that divide and conquer. Let me tell you how scary a Virgo can be. Do you remember how calm Beyonce was in the elevator? No, just in the elevator and walking outside the elevator. Now, remember in the elevator when all that stuff was going down? Beyonce was like calm, like, and I said, man, she's calm. But when she walked out of the elevator, it was a majestic. I just thought about Disney movies. I just really was just like, man, I hope she finds her prince Charming. And I'm like, hold on. It was just in the elevator. But you didn't care about what was going on in the elevator because it was just so majestic how she came out that elevator and we was like, the cameras did not say none of that but did that really happen? Or Beyonce, you're making me think that didn't happen. And you know what, Beyonce? It didn't happen. And you like, Jason, it happened. It's on the cameras right there. It's like, no, do you see Beyonce right now? That did not happen. That's a Virgo. Again, she looked like a majestic Disney princess coming out of that elevator. Now, again, you gotta heal a Virgo because they can create scenarios in their heads and they will believe it if they're not healed. So imagine healing the Incredible Hulk after he was well rested and took some steroids that he got from Superman. That's what it feels like healing a Virgo. But watch this. Once you defeat all of their shadow bosses, you will live through the experience. And life will be pretty great. I didn't say good, great moving forward. Like I said, you gotta beat. Look how sarcastic I'm being. You just gotta beat the Incredible Hulk and a whole bunch of shadow bosses and yeah. And you might not know when they're mad because again, I was like, man, that according to that camera that I don't believe no more, that looked like a traumatic experience, but not to her. So why am I tripping? And again, that's probably fake what I just saw. Virgo, I'm telling you. Let's move on, man. Oh, my computer messing up. Virgo did that. I'm just playing. Tauruses. I'm going to be good with Tauruses. I'm just going to say until they mature, they will communicate their way and sleep like a baby. And again, Adolf Hitler was a Taurus. That goes for men and women. I promise you, I'm usually nicer to a man or nicer to a woman on certain ones, or this one goes for both. Yeah. So it's not about divide and conquer. Taurus just, until they mature, it's just like, I'm going this way. So shout out to the Tauruses. Y'all don't really divide and conquer. Y'all would just probably destroy everybody in the room. Libra. Libra men gets punked by their women. And Libra women are the pickiest people on the planet Earth. Picky who she speaks to. Picky who she looks at. Picky who she even allows to be her friend. Shout out to the Libra women. It's very hard to get into her circle. Versus the Libra man who moves under politician energies. Libra women can be very judgmental. Watch this. But shout out, I love Libra women for this one. Whew, shout out to Libra women. Watch this. Libra women can be very judgmental. Watch this. But Libra women can take constructive criticism. Jason, you saying you can give a Libra woman constructive criticism? Yeah. Shit, why? Just try it. Don't just. Yeah, let me rephrase. Do it at the right times. Come on, y'all. Don't be like. We had no talk about timing. So when I say try it, we didn't talk about timing. So people always do that. Like, go home and tell you, and they don't never talk about timing. I will stop because I can think about stuff. I got some funny stuff I'm thinking about. Y'all remember that meme when that little boy was on the toilet and his mom came in with that birthday cake? And I'm like, yeah, that's really good timing. Really good timing, Mom. All right. So again, Libra women can take constructive criticism. So she can give it and take it. So Libra men and women, now they both can be emotionally off balance because they're the scales. These are the scales people. But they are long-term people. So if you look at like long-term stuff, Libras can do that. Nuh-uh, they going through problems. Snoop Dogg is a Libra. They can work through some stuff. And they do be on some BS, but they can work through it. But it's just phases. Everybody go through stuff, phases. So Libra women can be cutting out now. Libra women like, yeah, you better go, Jason. Don't be out of the way. Libra women can be mothers in their relationships. And the man can be son husbands. But I ain't talking about Snoop Dogg. That's so I ain't talking about Snoop Dogg. Everybody but Snoop Dogg. And I can generalize. So again, men can be the Libra men can be son husbands at times. So I'm not say all of them or forever. They can be that for none of them or forever. Scorpios. Now, many of the men, I'll say many of the Scorpio men, stay too busy to have healing conversations. Now, when life starts picking up for a Scorpio man, does he develop? No. It's lights, camera, action with these types. Now, when life gets rough for him, he's able to look through his Rolodex. Young people are like, what's a Rolodex? Is that a watch? And but a Libra man, when he's down on his luck, he can look through his Rolodex and he can ask for help from the right people that can get him there. And that's one good thing about a Scorpio. A Scorpio man, when he needs help, he knows. Not calling Scorpio men opportunists. Yes, I am. But they just magically know the right people to call to get him there. Now watch this. Once he reaches whatever the there to get him there, he will go back to Hollywood energies and forget his foundation. Come on, Scorpio, man. Until he needs his foundation for something to get because of new problems. Now, that's a generalization. I know. Calm down. Take a deep breath. I know that was a generalization. So like that old song, if the shoe fits, wear it well. Okay? Wear it really well. Tie your shoes and keep your shoe strings clean and wear it well. Scorpio women, you need to get over the past. Yeah, I said it. You probably got a nice outfit on right now, but get over the past and slow your ass down and stop taking care of everybody too hard. And most of you dress really nice, like I said again, and you probably got a fly outfit on right now. And look at yourself. But make sure you take a shower again. That's how take a shower, wear a nice outfit, and then take that outfit off, because you probably going to so many places. And you probably you'll do better wearing 3 outfits in a day versus 1. I don't know. Sagittarius. Stop arguing with them now. They are nuts. Get out the room. Save yourself. Look behind you. Run. Get out. Oh, y'all thought I was playing? A no communication strategy is being promoted currently. Can y'all understand that? A no communication strategy is being promoted currently. Due to many circumstances as well, because again, it's due to a lot of circumstances. So let's break down this no communication strategy. Let's look at the definition of strategy and communication. The definition of strategy is a plan or action or policy designated to achieve a major, minor, or overall aim. Aim sounds like a gun term. Communication definition: the imparting or exchanging of information or news, means of sending or receiving information, such as phone lines or computers. Where's verbal at? Such as phone lines or computers. Where's verbal? Divide and conquer definition: the policy of maintaining control over one's subordinates or opponents by encouraging dissent between them, thereby preventing them from uniting in opposition. Opposition to what? Divide and rule policy in politics and even in sociology is gaining and maintaining power by breaking up larger concentrations of power into pieces that individually have less power than the ones implementing the strategy. So make them all mini bosses. Come on, little mini bosses. So make them all little mini bosses. They will be too arrogant to be the big boss, like they did on Voltron and Power Rangers. Shout out to the little arrogant mini bosses fighting big problems. So no, the mini bosses, you're supposed to fight mini problems, right? So you fighting problems here. And then shout out to all the spiritual people who, my higher self, your higher self is your big boss. The revolution will be digitized. It's going to be some technology. I promise you. There's a YouTube gender war that's kicking people. Do y'all understand? What if World War III was digitized? The revolution will be digitized. Shout out to the old school red pillar. That's the old school red pillar right there. New York City. I remember that. Check out Netflix Social Dilemma. Oh, because I was like, that sounded like he was only talking about a black dude, but this sound like Caucasian. So, okay, so it may be digitized. What's that movie called? Social Dilemma. That don't hurt my feelings. Social Dilemma. For more insight into this, social networks add some more reasons for decisions so extreme, watch this, extreme decisions fast. You'll see why. Watch Social Dilemma, or if you can learn from black people, I can tell you about my main man, Red Pillar, who talked about the revolution will be digitized a long time ago. I can show you his content. So, how have we become so divided, right? Please tell me you've heard so many people say this, like, man, we so divided. Man, we so divided. And I used to think about that for years. I used to be like, okay, let me study all these different groups and let me see why we divided. And I felt so stupid. But I was like, dang, man, because I was hanging out with a lot of older people, so I was like, you would hear that all the time, like, man, we divided. I used to be like, we divided? The question in itself suggests that we were once united. But honestly, that only ever seems to be in name. So we united. Look at how them niggas. Look at how them black people. Look at how them thugs. Look at how that unification. Look, unification. Man, we go through unification all the time. Stop acting like we don't go through unification. Look at all them thugs over there. Look at all them criminals. That's unification. What if we not asking for the right unification? Because we going through unification. So, that's just an outsider's perspective. Let's move on. I, as a black person, never get offended when anyone tries to present evidence of their superiority the right way. My thought has always been, if you are so convinced of that, so again, you're more superior than me, right? If you're so convinced of that, why try to convince me? Why not just bask in the sweet knowledge of self? Why are you telling me about that? Think about it. Just really think about that. Just really think about if being you was so dope. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling us? Do you have time? I'm going to say this again. When you get to the weight you want to get to, when you buy that outfit you always wanted to buy, when you got that date that you always wanted to go on, in the car that you always wanted to drive in, coming from the house that you always wanted to live in, do you have time to really, dang, I had to stop myself. Social media allows us to say, yeah, I got time to let people know what I'm doing. So we probably did get that intercepted. Nuh-uh, not everybody on social media. Okay, we back then. Nuh-uh, everybody that posts strategically integrates that with their current lifestyle so they're not wasting time posting. Their post is making their lifestyle money. Okay. So we back, y'all. So again, if your life is so dope, do you have time to literally be like, hey, My life is dope. My life is dope. Hey, my life is dope. You ain't got time to do that. Bask in the sweet knowledge of self. Divide and conquer is a battle strategy. To beat it, you must first see it happening. I'm telling y'all, that's why we talking so much. So many people don't see it. What you mean? I've been telling y'all the white folks. Do y'all understand white folks is saying divide and conquer content that I'm listening to? Oh, Jason being, okay, I know what to say to you. Elijah Muhammad said, study the white man. I'm sorry, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'm sorry, to my Muslim family. Said, study the white man because he's wise. White people are talking about divide and conquer. It's happening to everybody. I don't know why y'all acting like this is happening to everybody. To beat it, you must first see it happening. Not the human issues either. The tactics. So much easier controlling two groups of people that are in conflict with each other than one mad group coming at you. Did you know that there's an accuse other people of what you are guilty of tactic? I'm going to say that again. Y'all looking at, man, look at the tactics. Did you know that there is a accuse the other people of what you are guilty of doing tactic? Jason, what do you mean? I could punch you and you can accuse me of punching you and you can file charges against me and get me locked up and really feel good about doing that and literally not understand what you're doing? Yes, it's people out here like that. Yes. Accuse the other person of what you are guilty of doing tactic. Unity is what rulers fear the most, right? Because we human beings are not born with prejudice. Yeah, that's Joey. Yeah, he was saying nigga at 2 years old. That's my boy. Where'd he hear from? It was a divine word from up high for Joey. Because he never heard that around us. I used to say that in school. I used to play with parents too. Especially if your son said that word. And there was this one time this little white kid said that. And I was being sarcastic. I was like, can you tell me where you heard that from? Because I need to put that in the report. Making them have to tell me where you heard it from. You know they didn't answer the question. It was fun though. Okay, so now that we know that there's an accuse the other of what you are guilty of doing tactic, unity is what rulers fear the most. And again, we are human beings. We're not born with prejudice. If you turn off the news, cancel social media, and limit your online life, watch this, just to a couple YouTube videos a day. Keep my fingers crossed. The world might not seem so bad. There are far too many highly intelligent people on the planet who aren't buying into what's happening and know that something has gone terribly wrong. Now, Vandana Shiva said, in nature, now remember, without nature, we're dead. So in nature, guess what the nature's economy is? In nature's economy, the currency is not money, it's life. Any clever person is going to say, what is life? That's good. That's a great question that's going to open you up to so many dope stuff. Versus, this is what life is. This is what life is, has to be a human. What is life is, we are one thing. I'm sorry, we are all one thing. So we're all one thing. And that's what I've come to realize. Now check this out. Please check this out. No, I'm different. We are all one thing. That's what I have come to realize, like cells in a body. Except we can't see the body. The way the fish can't see the whole ocean. And so, we envy each other. We hurt each other. We hate each other. And how silly is that? A heart cell hating a lung cell. Come on, y'all. Let's just do it. Just come on. Try to picture that. Imagine your heart and your body be like, man, I hate them lungs. Ugh. I hope they die so I can live. Listen to your lungs. I hate that heart. God, I hate that heart. Man, I hope that heart stops pumping. And then my life gonna be cool. Let's move on. That sounds dumb. I know. It sounds dumb. Malcolm X said, the greatest weapon the colonial powers have used in the past against our people has always been the divide and conquer. I thought you want to talk about black people. We're talking about division, so this is the micro. I'm going back to macro. Just trust me. Well, don't trust what you're seeing. I'm sorry. Trust what you're perceiving and comprehending. There we go. So, now check this out. Please, if you don't listen to nothing I'm saying, I'm taking a shot at black people who are arguing with the other black people. I'm taking a shot at y'all right now. Listen carefully. So, currently, any divided black people... Hold on, what did Malcolm X say? The greatest weapon the colonial powers have used in the past against our people have always been divide and conquer. Okay, Malcolm X, you said divide and conquer has been the greatest weapon? Yes, Jason. Okay. Any currently divided black people are currently working for white supremacy. I get it. If that weapon is divide and conquer and I'm over here bragging about how many black people I'm divided by, then I'm working for white supremacy. So, Jason, you saying if you see two black people arguing, feel free to look at them like two white supremacists that are clocked in for work. Yeah, they're clocked in. They're on their way to. They're not on their way to work. They're in work. They're clocked in. The division is their work outfit. So you know how you say Nike is. They got a shirt that says division. For anything to work, somebody got to be doing something. So divided people are probably clocked into work when they're divided with people. I don't know. That sounds crazy, right? It could sound crazy. All right. One divide and conquer tactic is to pit one leader against the other one, right? So one leader against the other leader. Now ask one black leader a question. Hey, black leader. We have a question that we are going to use against you with another black leader. Can you answer the question on film and on audio so we can just use this against you? And guess what the black leader says? Yes, I'll ask a question that can be used against me. And then they run to the other black leader to ask him or her or them, what do you think about what the other black leader said? But we're not going to say that we asked the black leader a question that influences the verbal responses to the topics brought to the black leader. We're not going to say that part. But the video says, and the audio shows that this black leader is saying this. about you. What? I just be working hard, and you know what I'm saying? And that's proof, because y'all people got proof. Y'all got a video and audio. So y'all love me, even though I can't find nowhere in the history. Y'all love me. Thank you for showing me that video, because if y'all didn't love me, y'all wouldn't even have time to show me that video. Thank you for showing me that video of that fake punk mother. Beep, 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 beep. Because they probably videotaping that. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, other black leader, I just saw a video of you, and that, yeah, I move quick. Yeah, I am angry right now. So I'm taught to make decisions when I am angry. And you're just sitting there like, God, man, everybody's dumb. Everybody's dumb. Shoot. All y'all are dumb. Okay? No, I didn't say that. I'm just playing. I said it. I said it. So, most individuals know most people, or most dividers, they know most people will believe what their phone feeds them to believe. Do you understand most of the stuff you know? It was fed to you by your phone. Do you know why English is the hardest language to learn? Jason, we talking about divide and conquer. What you talking about the English language for? Oh, because let me show you why you go keep having miscommunications. Let me show you why you kind of destined to fail in English communication. Let me show you why. Do you know why English is the hardest language to learn? Because the English language, we have words that have many different homonyms, synonyms, endless idioms, endless figure of speeches, endless colloquialisms. And thanks to so many creative people, we even invent words. Shout out to E40 and Snoop Dogg. Shout out to E40 and Snoop Dogg. We invent words. So with all of that mixed together in communication, are you crazy? I know I said good morning. I know he texts me good morning. I know she texts me good morning. But what you mean good morning? And you like, what? Because the English language has many words that have many different homonyms, synonyms, endless idioms, endless figure of speeches, endless colloquialisms. And again, thanks to creative people, we even invent words. So on top of old and new divisive symbolism, did he say new and old divisive symbolism? You know, like the Nike swoop? Yeah. Divisive symbolism? Yeah, we live in a consumer marketing. So in the home of marketing and advertising within capitalism, people don't know if they're coming or going anymore, due to being mentally bombarded with different directions of thought. And you going to all of them. You're going to all of them. No phone company yet has went to jail for putting a gun to your head and making you scroll. Nobody's doing that. You're doing it. You're open to all of this stuff. So, and you're open to all this energy transfer. So a person possessed with the ignorance of division has a language. Y'all want to hear the language of a person possessed with division energies? I promise you they have a language. You ready? Number 1, you do it too. Or you did it too. That's gonna piss some of these people off. I promise you, if you ever meet a person and you're arguing with them and they're saying you did it too or you do it too, I promise you, they're possessed with miscommunication and division energies that comes out of the house of ignorance. Number 2, never answering a direct question directly. Instead, they take the conversation to another topic, which can be frustrating to the person that originally asked the question. I promise you, anybody that does that is possessed. No, they just combated it. I don't care what you're saying. Number 3, purposely starting new arguments. What? You start new arguments to get out of the old conversations or arguments. That person is possessed. Number 4, this is a demonic person. Purposely not listening and then getting angry at the person talking to them for being frustrated at their lack of listening. I'm going to say this again about these possessed people. Purposely not listening. Purposely. Now you can say combatively. Combatively not listening. Watch this. And then getting angry at the person talking to them for being frustrated at their lack of listening. Number 5, shaming language is about to get turned up at this time. Watch, I promise you. Y'all better live through that. Shaming language. Number 6, showing signs. Now this is a demonic possessed person. I don't care what nobody say. Showing signs that something is wrong. Okay. They're showing signs, they're signaling that something is wrong, but not saying it. So when someone asks, what's wrong? The person verbally says nothing. When their body language and energy is filling the room or filling the location with vibes that something is wrong. Number 7. This is the most demonic person on the planet. Taking advice from older, bitter people. This is one of the easiest ways to receive demonic energy transfers that will cause division all around you. Just try it. Go around an older, bitter person, let them transfer information to you, because we talked about information. And then check out the division all around you. Not asking yourself, how many people hang around that older person that's going to be shooting their energy to me? Number 8. People that drink, use hard drugs, eat bad, are out of shape, and get no sleep are more open to being physically, spiritually, and mentally attacked. Once they lose these attacks, they will begin turning on you. 2 more. Number 10 is the most demonic. Number 9. No accountability will be present around them. If they were in court and accountability was drug use evidence, I'm gonna say this part slow. If they were in court and accountability was a drug use evidence, so they better not find no accountability drugs in your system. These people will go free because there will be 0 traces of accountability drugs in their system. That person is demonic. 10. They listen to become instead of listening to change. I'm going to say this again. They listen to become instead of listening to change. Jason, that sounds kind of philosophical, but I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Well, I don't either. That's why I put a key there. So now when I say this key and I give you this key, we'll go back to me saying that, and then you'll say, oh, I understand what you're saying. Here's an example. Is you arguing with them. You hear me? You are arguing with them. This is what you're saying to them. Why are you always trying to start arguments? So this is what you're saying to them. Why are you always trying to start arguments? Guess what them says? Okay, I'm going to start more arguments then. Oh, I get it, Jason. They listen to become instead of listening to change. Why you always do that? Oh, I'm going to do more of that. Oh, you are so sarcastic. Oh, I'm going to be more sarcastic. Partnerships is about balance. It's about balance. It's about balance. These people will not bring you balance. They will do what you do. They will mirror you. That is destructive. That's going to ruin your life. Think about it. You are fire and you set the house on fire. And they say, okay, I'm going to be fire too. They can't even comprehend to become the water to, So again, these are the most dangerous people. They listen to become instead of listening to change. Oh, I'll be arguing a lot. I actually cherish you, so I actually want to not argue if that's what you think. So can you tell me what me not arguing looks like? And so who's really running things? Because we keep talking about them and stuff like that. I keep telling y'all it's an energy. I'm not really looking at a people and a person. I'm just looking at an energy running things. Because I've seen too many humans be like, man, I don't feel like, and I'm losing my mind, or I'm getting smarter, or it's the energy that's controlling this. It's really not a lot of group of people. Many of my Muslim families say that it's not the 85%, the blind, deaf, and dumb. They not running the world. They are not really blind, deaf, and dumb too. They just don't see, hear, or speak who they are because they simply don't know. And most of the time, they don't want to know. This makes them easily to be led in the wrong directions, eating the wrong foods, following uncivilized trends. Like savages in a pursuit of happiness. Shout out to the savages in the pursuit of happiness, which makes them powerless to the evil 10%ers of the world. The 10% blood-sucking vampires out looking for easy, dumb, downloaded blood. Users of technology. They want to get rich and go far off the dumb, deaf, and blind. Now, the silly 85%, the 10%, they all look different and the same. Because this energy attaches to different people from different cultures, but it's the same energy. You get it? Different people, same energy, so it's the same and different, all wrapped up in one. So the 5%, they don't support the 10%ers. They know who they are. They're striving to teach and civilize the 85%. They are knowledge superheroes. Or shout out to my Egyptian people, my Egyptian family, my ancient Kemetic science people. They are super Herus. So you can call them superheroes or super Herus. Shout out to Red Pillar. That was a big bro right there. So that 85% and the 10% are the individuals keeping the world down. Jason, you gotta give me more. I know. If you don't believe that there's a divide and conquer agenda, then let's just analyze the outcomes of how we are divided by the many wars we are currently experiencing. Why y'all think y'all so messed up right now? Why you think everything is so messed up right now? Because we're going through one war. You're going through one war? You're going through one war. I'm going to stop at 10. No, I'm going to stop at 11. You said one war? I'm going to stop at 11. You heard of race wars? You heard the gender wars? You heard of sexuality wars? You heard of physical wars like Russia, Ukraine, and USA? You heard of medical wars? You heard of class wars? You heard of age wars? Man, them young folks don't listen to nothing. Man, them old dinosaurs are idiots. There's a lot of age wars. Now, there has always been religious wars. I hope y'all say that. According to many religious texts, we are in a spiritual war, or spiritual wars. According to science, duality is in all things. So this means peace is going to war with something, or something's at war with peace. And last but not least, number 11, and you can't forget about the first war between knowledge and ignorance. That's the first war. I've been screaming that. The first war is between knowledge and ignorance. That's the first war. So, I was supposed to be on Dr. Phil about a year and a half ago, and I'm so glad I missed that call. And they don't wait around, I guess. They only called me one time. But I was supposed to talk about critical race theory, right? So again, we talking about divide and conquer. But I don't like to go into nothing without checking the temperature. So I'm checking the temperature of who's talking about critical race theory and how they talking about it and da-da-da-da, because again, there's a divide. And I know for a fact when certain shows reach out, they're looking for answers. They're looking for broad answers. So I've been listening to critical race theory from different races. So, because again, I'm looking, this is going to be like maybe a 10-parter because I want to get all the races' perspectives first. But Dr. Aruna Kilalani, Kilalani said, I'll spell it for you. Aruna, capital Khilani, Kilalani, said the higher you go in life, the worse white supremacy energy gets. She said, so again, we talking about energy. You talking about white folks and white supremacy energy and do it. First of all, Dick Gregory said a lot of you black folks are mad at the wrong white people. I already got that, but when he said it, I was like, man, about time. Because it's like, y'all all think all white people are on this white supremacy thing and they all balling, and that's not true. Jason getting soft. He tiptoeing into the tulips. I didn't say that. We talking about energy right now. We can go to them conversations, but right now we talking about energy and how they affect humans. And white supremacy is just an outcome name of behavior. What came first? White supremacy or behavior or energy? What came first? So again, the higher in white supremacy you go, the more accountability can become kryptonite for you, according to Dr. Aruna Kilalani. She said, if you think I'm lying, how accountable does white supremacists act? No, I'm asking you that. Many people call it white supremacy, but anything bad is an ingredient of the house of ignorance. Oh, Jason, so you're not really talking about white supremacy. You're really just talking about ingredients to the house of ignorance? Yes. Dr. Aruna Kilalani said white supremacy energy will never call anything what it is because it steals it, renames it, repackages it, and sells it. So I say to myself, I was like, is that the original remix? But again, I'm listening to all these people talking about critical race theory. And I'm going to tell you why I chose to listen to her. And it was something that Malcolm X said. So I literally was like, okay, let me listen to her then. But I'll get to that. What black is? Yeah, I'm a black man. She said what black is has changed over time. Dr. Aruna Kilalani said over in India, because that's what she is. She's not black. Well, you can kind of listen to her last name and hopefully you figured it out. But she said over in India, they were once considered the so-called black people. Jason making that up. No, I'm going to give you something that'll help you. This almost made me become a Moor. I was like, dang, the Moors was right. I'm being sarcastic because I got a cousin that I'm talking about that's a Moor okay. The word Kala literally means black. Look it up. Kala. Oh, if that word meant black, then and I'm not saying, just listen, this is what she's saying, and I'm just kind of like, I'm giving it credence, or I'm kind of like, okay, but I'm going to cross-reference, so I don't think this is the end-all, be-all. But she said the word Kala literally means black. So what black is has changed over time, yet it's always vilified in white supremacy culture. But does it work? Is it working for them? Or is it not working for them? how they get people. So this is she's saying how they get people. She said now they never healed. She's saying now the people who are under the spell of white supremacy are unhealed people. So it can't be a healed person. According to what I've been seeing, what she's saying, it can't be a healed person. It has to be a person that never healed from their past trauma, which makes it easier for them to assimilate into white supremacy culture. She said white supremacy energy even tells immigrants that anything black is bad. This energy pulls at its host into more false narratives. So again, I'm talking about the byproduct of an energy transfer. And again, when certain colors of people act out these energy transfers, we call it names. White supremacy. Look at this stupid nigga over here. And we got names, right? I didn't say that. I'm just telling you the names that come from the energy transfers of the people behaving in a certain way, right? So this false narrative can be visualized mentally, like bad dreams can. So the possessed person really literally are looking at these people like, oh, you're not a person, because I can't see the person in you because I see the energy of who you are. So the energy of who I am, because you become the energy of your transfer. Have you ever heard a person say, I'm angry? You're not even saying you experiencing anger. You're just going to become angry. Shout out to you. I'm angry. We all cool with being happy. We all understand, I want to be happy. Yeah, be happy, but don't be angry. So, back to the divide and conquer, according to what she's saying. Even about the immigrants piece, because a lot of black people, I do hear them, they be like, they're so dumbfounded how immigrants are like, don't mess with black people, because everybody on this kumbaya stuff, and I'm just like, haven't you? And again, this is according to Dr. Aruna Kilalani. She said, haven't you ever noticed in college that the African American Studies department, the East Asian Studies Department, the Latin American Studies Department, the Cambodian Studies Department are all in different departments, and they're all spread apart from each other? And they all have the same narrative that white people have taken over their stuff and killed all their people. She said it's like a man with like 30 girlfriends that don't know about each other, finding out about each other at the same time during the same party. This makes all the cultures under white supremacy feel like they are experiencing this alone, when in all actuality, everyone is having the same assimilation experience. But you got to understand that white folks who are not under white supremacy is having problems under white supremacy. I don't know why y'all not understanding that too, because we don't talk about that. Now, let me stop, because I was going to talk about the white people that helped Harriet Tubman. But let me just chill, because I know thanks to duality, that could go a certain way, and not the way I was trying to take it. But back to Doctor, and again, this is going to be critical race theory component, and this is definitely a part one, because again, I want to talk about the opposition of Dr. Aruna Kilalani's side too, and let y'all, come up with y'all conclusions. But again, according to Dr. Aruna Kilalani, she said white supremacy causes these cultures. Now, this was deep, and I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna jack a lot of people up. She said it causes these cultures to perform under hyper perfection. Hyper perfection. If you do the slightest thing wrong, then we are coming for you. She also said that way of living is hard, traumatic, painful. And every move you make, you have to represent all of Black America, or whatever your culture is that's trying to assimilate. So according to Dr. Aruna Kilalani, she said you should not live this way. Don't let any and everyone into your true circle. You should only let people in that earn your trust. Now imagine that. Now I promise you, just imagine everybody that is in your circle, they had to earn your trust. Now watch this. Yeah, that makes me a king or a queen. No. You're earning their trust. but they're earning your trust. The fact that you're earning their trust, y'all probably have something similar that's attracting y'all at that particular time anyway. So they're going to be in your vicinity. If you're closed off, you're not doing it right. So again, nobody's going to earn your trust when you're going to have to prove to me. You're going to have to prove. No, that person should not earn your trust because you're being weird. So I'm not going to say just let everybody in your circle, but you don't have to deal with everybody like this. So according to Dr. Aruna Kilalati, she said you should not live this way. Don't let anyone and everyone into your circle. You should only let people in that earn your trust. That's it. It's not your job to make people accept you or to be trusting to everyone. No, the law of attraction has already done its job. We earn good and bad interactions with people based upon who we currently are. So that's why critical race theory is an uncomfortable topic for people, so-called white supremacists under the possession of division and miscommunication energies. Because white supremacy came up with race. White supremacy came up with race. And if you talk about slavery and how it happened, you will be forced to self-reflect and show accountability. We don't got time for that. Now, again, this is according to Dr. Aruna Kilalati. And again, she was like, this fake reality and the human identities that come from it. So imagine living in a fake reality and creating a real identity. Malcolm X said, Jason, why'd you pick Dr. Aruna Kilalati? Malcolm X said, Jason, why'd you pick Dr. Aruna Kilalati? Malcolm X said, you should run away from people that white supremacy energies love and run to the people that white supremacy hates. And I was like, dang, white supremacy hates her. So I was like, let me see what she's talking about. And that's what she was talking about. So here's a cosmic religious question. When humans try to co-create stupid realities, does God ruin human communication by promoting division energies, or is it the devil? You can find in your Bibles, in my Bible, in your Bible, in Genesis 11, 1 through 9, a story they used to reference. I used to reference as a child. And it's where all the languages probably possibly came from. But in Matthew 18:20 says, God says, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I'll be in the midst. But back to Genesis 11, 1 through 9, a group of people did gather together to create a tower that would reach the heavens to put their names with God. Reminds me of people in 2022. Because people do that wrong. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, I'll be in the midst. Come on, y'all, just get 2 or 3. Well, in Genesis 1 through 9, it was a group of people gathered. So it was more than 2 or 3. To create a tower that will reach the heavens to put their names with God, which kind of reminds me of people in 2022. God, seeing this, confuses their language so they can't communicate with one another and finish the tower or their stupid project. By confusing their language, which means create multiple languages, therefore the people on earth disperse based upon common language and continue to fill the earth just as the Lord commanded. Genesis 1:28. I used to get in trouble with pastors with jerry curls and gold teeth when I said that just because their language was different didn't cause the division. Because racism, sibling rivalries, divorce, gang violence, gender wars, class wars, age wars, really all the wars, happen with people who speak the same exact languages as you. You know, everybody was divided because their language was different. Are you crazy? Study the similar languages of murder cases. They spoke the same language. Was the Tower of Babel physical, spiritual, or mental? I will definitely unpack the many sides of this story, but today I want to merely focus on the prophecy that God is causing these people. Now, who's these people? The people that are possessed with this silly miscommunication, division energy, which makes you act a certain way, which gives you a name under whatever race you're in, so-called race you're in. What do you mean, human race? No, race. We're macro. That's micro. I mean, that's macro. We're going to go to micro. I'm a black human race. I'm a white human race. I'm an Asian human race. That's cool. But today I want to merely focus on the prophecy that God is causing these people to be unbearable and never possible to deal with. Because these groups of people that are under this spell are about to be broken up like the many families and groups this energy loves to destroy. I'm going to say this one more time and then I'll close. Was the Tower of Babel physical, spiritual, or mental? I will definitely unpack this many sides of this story, but today I am merely focusing on the prophecy that God is causing these people to be unbearable and never possible to deal with. Impossible? You know, impossible spells impossible. That's why I said never possible to deal with. Because these groups of possessed people that are under this spell are about to be broken up like the families and groups this energy loves to destroy. That's not a threat. That's a promise. I will close it here. Thank y'all for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. Peace and love. Peace and love. And y'all let me know if y'all have that. We're going to stay for questions. Okay? Cool. Peace and love.